Hi everyone. So I am just sitting here next to Tuco's dog food, and I am actually making a Thanksgiving plan. So I thought that I would make a quick video talking about it because I actually think it's really important if you're the person cooking for Thanksgiving to kind of give yourself like a guideline and get all your recipes and everything ready, and that way you know what you need and you can say that you feel confident about what's gonna happen. So cooking Thanksgiving food, everybody knows that it's a pretty big deal. Like there's lots of stuff going on. You gotta make sure you're making this thing and this thing at the, the same time. Wait to make that thing so that it won't be cold, all the stuff. So making a plan is really helpful. So I have a few things written down here. I also have my iPad because I'm opening up some recipes of things that are not my own recipes, so that I can have them prepared. So what I'm gonna be making is like all kinds of stuff. Like I'm so extra whenever it comes to Thanksgiving because I actually don't know. I feel like I just need to make everything. It's just so fun for me. I think Thanksgiving is one of the most fun times ever. Like it's like I wish that I had like a whole bunch of people to like cook for because like I love doing that. So I'm making cranberry sauce, which it's like you may have seen, like I think I did some. It's like the one that you make yourself and it's usually served warm. You can serve it cold if you want to. A whole turkey, stuffing, glazed carrots, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, now that I know how to make it and I like it. Sweet potato casserole, which is so good. Probably gonna make rolls from scratch. Not completely sure yet because I don't know if I have enough flour. I don't want to buy more. We're talking about exciting things. Why am I yawning? Deviled egg salad because Brandon is gonna love that and I have to make it for him. I've never made it before, but it's one of his favorite things to eat. He always gets it from the store and I know that I can make it better. I'm gonna make this like creamy elote like corn as a side. I don't know if you've had it before, but it's like corn with cilantro, queso fresco, and then it's like mayo and sour cream like mixed up all together, but it's in a casserole form. It's very good. They serve it to us at work a lot. And then I'm wondering about a dessert. So this is why I like to write this down as well, because I'm like, do I want to make a dessert? What is my opinion here? Oh yeah, so my hoodie is Gudetama and he's chilling. I wish I could be chilling like Gudetama right now. I'm thinking about this pumpkin spice cake that I saw on, I think it's Handle the Heat on Instagram. Check her out, she's amazing. Or like a pie, but I also I don't want to make a crust. I hate making pie crust. Oh my God. When I was in culinary school, like making pie crust was the most annoying thing. I mean, I'll make it if I have to, but I really hate doing it. And my freezer has so much ice cream in it right now because there's a deal going on with Unilever at grocery stores. Anyways, and then I'm also gonna make mac and cheese and gravy. Now, you have to be honest with yourself about these things, right? So I know that I don't really like making gravy from scratch. I might do it. It just depends on how I'm feeling. Because we're already talking about, what was that? 10 pans, 10 things that I have to wash. So, thinking about that. So I have the gravy packets just in case I need them. Let me take you guys to the kitchione so I can describe. Oh my God. Hello. Hello. You're so cute. Oh my God, Tuco's way too cute. So in the kitchen right now, I have some things. One of them being golden Oreos. If you're a golden Oreo type of person, sound off in the comments because I know how hard it's been. I have not been able to find golden Oreos in a year and a half because they're all gone. So I have everything laid out on the counter that I have at the moment, and that way I could write down what I need, right? So I just bought some sweet potatoes yesterday. I bought some oranges. Oranges are for the cranberry sauce, and I'm gonna shove part of one into the turkey as well because it'll be very nice. And then I have over here as well stuffing items. So I don't like to make stuffing like completely from scratch because I just prefer these. They're really good. So if you're gonna make stuffing from scratch, you know, live your life. It's cool. My favorite is the Pepperidge Farm herb seasoned. These are the ones that are more crumbly, but they also have like the cubes. Those are really good. They're in like a, you think it would be in the same color packaging, but it's not. It's a red package, even though it's exactly the same thing. It's herb seasoned. It's herb seasoned, but it's in a red package. I hate it. I hate that they do that, but I understand why they do it, because if it was the same color, people would get confused. So I get it to a point. I have some cornbread stuffing, so I'm going to mix them together. I have the 2 packages of turkey gravy, and that is just in case, like just in case I just cannot make gravy from scratch. It'll be okay if I make some of that, throw some of the drippings from the turkey. It'll be fine. Everyone's going to be happy, you know what I mean? I have my French fried onions out. I have a can of condensed soup. And then I have the 2 items for the elote, and then I have the pumpkin. So that's what I have out here. And then in here, you know, I want to take an inventory, kind of see what I got going on in here. I have my carrots. I have my celery. So carrots, celery is right there. I have, you know, I looked in here to see, you know, what kind of cheese I got going on, just to see what's happening in there. I see my butter here. I have more butter down there. I also bought some rosemary. So if I do make rolls, then I'm definitely going to go ahead and do like a rosemary butter on top. So nice. I have some Parmesan here for the corn. Let me see. I'm gonna open the fridge again. I have sour cream in here. I have half and half and heavy whipping cream, which is perfect. I have mayo. You know, I want to make sure I have enough mayo. You know, this is the time to make sure that all the kitchen staples that you think you have are actually in your kitchen, right? Because it'll just be that time where you're like, oh, like I always have mayo. I always have mustard, you know? And then for some reason, something happened, you know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, and something happened to the mayo or something happened to the mustard. Boom, done. So that's why I like to kind of look around, see what I got. You know, I'll look at my spices as well and see what's going on in here, just to make sure that I have enough of what I need. I have more spices in here in these little baggies, in case you didn't know that, because I've talked about it before. So now, on my little list, I can go ahead and write down what I need. So me personally, I don't have any eggs, so I need some eggs. I'm gonna get some more onions. That was the other thing. Let me turn this on. Can't really see it, but there's potatoes right here. I just got them at Randall's yesterday. I have onions, but I don't know if they're gonna last. I know this angle is really funny. I don't know if they're gonna last until Thanksgiving. I'm really not sure, because they are truly on their last leg. So that's give or take. I put cream on here in case I, for some reason, use all the cream. Sour cream, mayo, butter. I need to get some more butter because they have a sale at Randall's right now. It's like $1.99 for the Challenge butter sticks. I'm going to get some stuffing cubes from the Pepperidge Farm brand. I need some green beans. Ouch. I actually have some canned green beans. I don't know why I didn't bring them out. See, I'm glad I'm talking to you guys. I'm going to get some more French's fried onions. I'm going to get the actual French's fried onions because Brandon loves those. And I'm going to get some cilantro and queso fresco so that I can make that like elote casserole. So now that I have a list of what I want to make and a list of what I need, I'm like, yeah, I'm feeling more comfy, right? I also already have marshmallows. I'm going to bring them out. These are really good. If you see them, buy them. I'm going to bring out the marshmallows because I'm going to need them for the sweet potato casserole. So now that I have all that, we can move on to the next step. Another tip that's really helpful the night of, personally, is let's take like this, for example. This is just like a quarter sheet pan. I'm not making anything in this for Thanksgiving, but let's say that I was, right? So I can put everything for each dish in each pan, and that way, as soon as I want to make a dish, I grab that pan, of course, the dry stuff, and I can just have everything ready, hanging out in there. So it would be the dressing. If I was using like stock from like the cabinet or something, I could put that there as well. If I wanted to put some seasonings in there, I could do that. And that's another thing that really helps, make everything nice and chill. Like, let's say for the little Anchor pan. I completely forgot that there was something soaking over there. So, for the green beans, right? So if I was doing the canned green beans, I could go ahead and do the mushroom soup. Put my French's onions in there. It's not going to fit perfectly in here because these cans are... That can is pretty big. There we go. And then the beans, right? And I can just have it hanging out. Here's my pantry, my little pantry area. Can't wait until I can have an actual pantry again. And that way I can just have that there. And this lid, it can just go right under. And then I could have another one right here with all the sweet potato stuff. Another one right here with all the elote items. And that way, like I said, you can just grab it, start messing with it. You don't have to worry like, oh, am I missing something? You could also leave a note in there if it's like a really big thing. Like, I like to describe things from my angle, which is I'm a very organized person, but I also have ADHD. So sometimes I forget about stuff. So, it might be good. Like if you're one of the people that's using like written down recipes, stick this here, write down your recipe. And that way, you can just grab it and start it. And if it's really necessary as well, I mean, you could do the same thing in the fridge. Like I like to set my fridge up like this so I have a lot of space at the bottom. But you could do like a little plastic baggie with each thing. You could do a container. Like I have this drawer for like my eggs, but a container like that, something like this right here. You could do different containers in there that has each item if you'd like. Just whatever you think is going to be helpful for you to organize, even though you've been doing something, the same way for 7, 10, 15 years. Sometimes there's a better way to do things. I know I try to get better with time as well. So if there's any tip that I gave you that you actually really like, that's all I want. I don't want to be right. I just want to help people. So yeah. Okay, I went ahead and like put you guys on my little stand so I can actually like talk to you, because you'd be surprised at how heavy the phone feels after a couple minutes. Okay. So now that I have a little list of things that I want to make, I wrote down like what size turkey I want to get, all that stuff. And another tip that I have, which is a little late, is, buy things over time, because I already have like so much of the stuff. I have macaroni in the cabinet. So, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I don't really have to buy. Like the Parmesan, I already bought that like a month ago. And that way you don't have to spend like such a large chunk of money at the same time. And you don't have to be like in the grocery store for like ever. I also like to do mine a couple days before, because I just don't like being in the grocery store that long with all those people. It's really uncomfortable. It takes forever to check everything out. So, it's fine to grab things like throughout the year, especially if you're using some kind of canned product or a frozen product, such as, a frozen carrot or frozen corn. Buy it a little early, it's totally fine. And that way you don't have to worry so much. These as well. I bought this when I saw it come out at like the beginning of October. I saw it there and I was like, oh, hey, I can grab this. So I also make a pan plan, which, I'm sure sounds a little over the top, but it's actually something that'll help you out a lot, because if you're making so many things at once, you kind of need an idea of like, oh, I shouldn't use that pan because I'm going to use it for this thing, because maybe you use that pan for like, you know, similar things sometimes. So I just have everything here of like what I want to do. I also think, hey, what things are going to be cooked and transfer it into a different dish to maybe possibly bake, such as mac and cheese. So I'm making a note like, hey, you need to make the mac and cheese in this pot, and then it's going to go in this pan. When I think about that pan that it's going to go in, I think, what's going to make this easier on Thanksgiving Day? What's going to make it easier is to cook things in pans that come with lids. I'll give you an example. So let's say you're going to a potluck, or you're the one making, you know, you're serving Thanksgiving at your place, right? Something like this is still beautiful. It's a glass container, still gorgeous. You know, I understand that some people are like extra fancy. I'm just like a regular gal. So this is what I like to use. Something like this is perfect for green bean casserole because it's nice and thick. It is glass. It is oven safe. At the end of the day, you know, after you guys have eaten everything, lid, no cleaning up on this particular thing, right into the fridge. I have like 5 of these, so there are definitely things I'll be cooking in here. The things that I will be making in these are sweet potato casserole, mac and cheese, green bean casserole. That is 3 dishes that I do not have to mess with on Thanksgiving. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Any dish that you can just, you know, put right into the fridge is perfect. And these are freezer safe as well. So if you'd like to use them in the freezer, you can do that. The only thing they are not is broiler safe. So these are this is the Anchor brand. I got it at Walmart for probably like $11. I feel like 11 is what it was. I got it a few months ago. And I'm also going to make the elote in one of those as well. And that way I can just put it away. Because I have 2 different sizes of those. They're somewhere around here. I think I have one in the fridge. Okay. So this is the second size that I have. This is the one that the elote will go in because I don't have to make too much of it. Because it's corn, like it's kind of a lot anyways. So this is perfect for the elote. I usually do cheese in here. These are awesome. So here's what the front of that one looks like. Cool. So we know what we're making. We know what we need. And now we know where we're putting it. And another example of something that I like to do is think about what can I do the day before. Things that you can do the day before are including, but not limited to, the cranberry sauce, because it can be reheated if you like it hot. If you don't, then yes, you want to do it the day before so it'll be cold. The sweet potato casserole, you can put it in the pan, let it hang out, plop it into the oven. It'll take an extra 10-15 minutes to heat up. Marshmallows or whatever you like to put on top, you know, and put it back in there for a little bit. So that's something that can be done before. Something else that can be done before is stuffing. I call it stuffing, but you know, it's dressing. It's really hard to call it dressing because usually when people think about dressing, they think about, you know, like Italian dressing. So it's dressing. It's just so much easier for me to call it stuffing on here, but it's really not. In my daily life, I call it dressing. And there's just certain things that you can go ahead and just get done. You know, if it's really down to the nitty gritty and you feel like you don't have a lot of time the day of or anybody to help you, you can, like, what is it called? Oh my God, he's so cute. Hello. Okay, my dog is just being too cute for his own being right now. Oh my God, you're so cute. Okay. What the hell was I even talking about? Oh, you can peel your potatoes and place them in a bowl of water the day before in the fridge, like the night before. You don't want to do it too early. And that way they can be ready to go. I have these weird little flies in my apartment right now. I'm pretty sure they're ghosts. They're really weird. One of them landed on a grocery bag yesterday, and I went to grab the grocery bag and he just chilled there. He wasn't dead. He was just chilling. Very weird. Cool. So now that we have this, you're like, okay, what things do I already have a recipe for? What do I already know how to make? What can I do to make my life easier, right? Because a lot of people have like a lot of stress on this day. And the thing about it is, if someone is making you feel stressed, and if that person is not you, same. If that person is not you, they need to chill the hell out, okay? It is just food. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right. No worries. It's gonna be fine. And I'm saying that to you as well if you freak out too. Even if you have that moment where you're in the kitchen and you're making like 7 things and you're like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? Say it. It'll be all right. Just go. Just say it. Step out of the kitchen for a second. Take a deep breath. And then just get back to it. It'll be totally cool. Like, all you have to make sure is that the turkey is completely cooked. Everything else is gonna be okay. So I like to go ahead and write down some recipes because it's kind of hard for me to just keep going like digitally and, you know, back and forth like through the iPad. I will have it there, you know, to use as well. But I really like having the written recipe down because I can just quickly, you know, look down real quick. I don't have to like unlock the iPad, make sure, because like I said, I'll be making a couple things at once. So I got a mac and cheese recipe from Mom on Timeout. That is a website. It looks fire. I got a deviled egg salad recipe from Simply Recipes. So I'm excited to try those out. There's a couple other recipes that I'd like to try, and I do have those on the iPad. The main reason that I wrote these down is because I halved them. So even if you don't want to write down all your recipes, if you're halving or tripling or doubling something, it's good to go ahead and write that down because sometimes whenever you're going through the list, you can be like, oh, 2 cups, which would be 1 cup if you're halving it, half a cup, blah, blah, blah. And then sometimes when you get to like the 6th ingredient, you forget that you're halving it, and all of a sudden you're mixing 2 different amounts of ingredients. So yeah, so I'm really excited. I just have to get, you know, a few things from the store, make sure that I have a few spices here. I wrote down some stuff as well that I need to get from Randall's because they're still having some deals on some things that I'm interested in. And yeah, so cool. I'm pretty sure I'm like really wanting to do a live for Thanksgiving. I feel like it would be really fun. I just don't know how to do the angle of that because in my apartment, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could just put you guys on the counter and have it like kind of, you know, upright and you can like look down at the things that I'm doing. It's just my kitchen is kind of a weird size. I mean, I guess I could also put you on the fridge. I'll just have to try out some different angles because I feel like that would be really fun for the people that aren't cooking, or if somebody is just like really great and they can like cook everything and like watch, you know, a live on their phone at the same time, like that's some good shit right there. But yeah, so I hope that you have a great time making Thanksgiving food. You know, whether or not you like celebrate Thanksgiving or anything like that, I just use it as an excuse to make amazing food. That's pretty much where I'm at. So yeah, I hope you have a great day or night and a happy time cooking. And I will see you guys in the next video, which will hopefully be the live of me making food. Okay, bye.